What's up, traders? So, 120 pips on pound Aussie, EG rolling in profits. Took a loss on GJ earlier, but really highlighting the pound this week, the start of the week. Tonight we got, or tomorrow morning, tonight for me, but we got a ton of data coming down the pipeline here. So be aware of French PMI, so out of Euro PMI data, German PMI, and British PMI, and then United States PMI. So this is going to be a pretty big 24 hours in terms of some potential data, some market moving data. So we'll see on a global scale. And of course, we're going to be, this is all concerning different inflationary numbers going into the Jackson Hole, which I talked about in the weekly outlook video, Jackson Hole symposium that's happening all weekend, and Fed Chair Powell speaking on Friday going into that. So now highlighting the pound to kick off the week, I actually just entered in a re-entry here on Euro pound. So I went long on EG this morning, and I can see that we were about to come through and retest our envelope right here, and then we broke through the support. So when you have a clear defined level of support and resistance, and what would be clear structure, let me just go ahead and put a box here, clear off some of these moving averages, right? So now you can see, and we were really looking like a pennant was forming, right? So, but this pennant, we had a very, very clear failure, right? So a little false breakout of the pennant here. So I teach this in the academy. False breakout typically leads to a breakdown, right? So I originally was long here and then saw that we had this false breakout that happened. And, knowing that a false breakout, this is a fake breakout, typically leads to a breakdown. I saw this as an opportunity, especially when we got on the other side of the 200 SMA, to switch my bias. It's so important, and I've learned the hard way, and I know all y'all watching this know how much trouble you've gotten yourself into by holding on to something thinking it was going to turn around, when the easy thing to do is to switch your bias and still catch some pips out of it, right? So currently holding this trade in profit, and I actually just now re-entered this on the 5-minute time frame. Now you can see I had a bullish bias. I was looking for longs here, then saw the false breakout, so switched my bias, and like Bruce Lee said, be like water, right? So like water here, flowed into the short, and this is what I'm currently holding, and I actually re-entered on this pullback on the 5 minutes. So if we break this structure, this little structure right there, boom, there it is, 3-minute time frame. Shout out to Bobby in the accelerator, master of the 3-minute, although I know he's gone to the 1-minute time frame now, which is a little scary, but just want to give you a little shout out there, buddy. So this is our pullback, right? So now instead of just entering positions and being like, oh, it's selling, I'm actually building a position. I'm not entering positions, I'm building a short position. There's a big difference between entering, I'll say it one more time, entering a position and building a position. And so I'm building it now. I just re-entered on the short side, and you can see from this low to the high, we've retested the 61.8, got a little bounce here, and I'm actually targeting this what looks to be an imbalance on where did I find this, right? 4-hour time frame, 84.15, boom. And interestingly enough, I go over here into the 30-minute, and the reason I'm switching around, I'm just looking for confluences, and there's a very nice little area of interest right there. So 84.20 is my take profit. It's probably definitely a little premature, but I want to get that bag right there at the 78.6% Fibonacci retracement. So that's my game plan on EG. So feeling really good, and especially with this breaking down, providing this re-entry opportunity to build a position off of this short and off of this reversal. So really liking the setup. Pound Aussie, this is you could do the exact same thing that I just did there on GA right here, right? So this was our initial short. Perfect momentum setup, just really just textbook. So you can see this divergence here. So divergence is pointing us lower while we were kind of going sideways in this little zone, and then we broke off it, broke down, and had a nice 120 pip trade. And you could see here, and you see the pullback on the momentum, and this is the exact same system I want to teach you how to use in order to get funded. And we're going to be dropping our website. So for soul funding, you can get funded with our capital. We will fund you. But if you want to have our training and learn this system, then we will actually, we can take your hand and show you the exact system. But for anybody that wants to buy a challenge or assessment, as we call it, that'll be ready for you this week. So GA offering a really solid re-entry possibility here. But I'm focusing more on EG and the potential for us to just kind of trade in this range right now. We have these lows all the way down here. Are we going to hit those? I don't know. But these lows right here, the 86.3, right at 8,400. The 88.6, right at 8,400 on the dot. So some key levels that I like to use, some key Fibonacci levels starting to play out. Great start to the week. Be careful tonight. Be careful trading. It's going to be right around 4:15 Eastern time. Is going to get crazy, right? So you might want to keep that in mind going into Asian and prepping for that news. It's going to be a little bananas. I hopefully this trade will have played out by then. I'll be looking to take my profits then for sure. Beforehand, hopefully it's gone 600 pips before then, but even if it's gone another 20 pips, I'll be stoked. So hopefully you took this trade. Hopefully you learned a little something about building a position rather than just over trading and just adding positions. So that's a key central thing to learn for sure. So let's have a big week. Careful out there trading. If you want to learn from me, get my mentoring and learn the exact same system that I use, the momentum, the strategy, and the mindset. And really, it's just that most of y'all, and by you all, I include myself, because risk management, psychology is the #1 thing. And if you're thinking of strategy all the time, but you're not thinking of risk management, you have the whole game backwards. You got it upside down. So let's turn that frown upside down by really focusing on risk management, so you can actually create a game plan and a strategy, get funded, and make this a reality for yourself. And of course, we'll fund you with our own capital. So we will train you, we'll show you my strategy, and then we'll fund you once you can prove that you can execute on that. And there is unlimited compounding you can put together. So however many accounts that you want to do, but there'll be more information on that. Or if you do want more information about how soul funding works and how we will do that for you, click the link below, check it out, check out the little video. It's a short little 10-minute video, and let's have an awesome week, everybody. Peace.